It's finished here. Slough 3, Dorking Wanderers 2. Mark, your thoughts on that tonight?
Well, I thought we was absolutely rubbish, if I'm honest. Congrats to Slough and Scotty. He does such a good job here with boys that just run around for him. They won the game in the way we thought they might. I think they've lost 1 in 27 here or something. Bit of chaos. The moment of the match was the second goal. I thought, mate, it was a brilliant goal. I don't think Milson's been turned inside all season. And then the lad sticks it, bottom bins, great goal. First goal, shit. Josh just throws the ball to them. They get a break and it's 1-2, own goal. Their third goal, folks, he's just got to smash it and clear it. I don't know what he's doing, trying to take a touch. So 2 of the 3 goals could have been avoided. I thought, in terms of the technical part of it, I thought we was really good at 2-0 down. At 2-0 down, we went into a back 4. We had to. We couldn't afford them to be on our back line because the game would have been done. We kept the ball. We created countless last third actions. Jordan Williams got into so many good areas, but the end product just weren't there tonight. Alfie, Theo all had time. Jimmy in front of goal had loads of time and putting them wide, taking early shots. So I thought at 2-0 we was really good. We had a good pattern and we restricted them a lot. We had a lot of good shape, a lot of really rigid shape at 2-0. 2-1, deservedly, go into the break. I've got no qualms we're going to get something out of the game. And then I thought we was really poor, no excuses. The boys got out of shape. And I thought what you saw was our limitations with the amount of players missing. Our midfield was unrecognisable. We didn't have changes, natural changes at all. We've got boys on there that barely know people's names. And obviously I don't want to, come across disrespectful because it's not, because Slough do a brilliant job in this division and they can beat anybody and they do. And that's their DNA and I really respect them. And their fans were brilliant. Their fans sang all night, got behind the team and got their team the win. So I do applaud the fans and Slough. But I thought I'm going to call it, for as obvious as Slough were, they've done everything that they can do. They gave Scott everything. We knew how they play. For as good as they'd done that, we were really poor. But we were particularly poor second half. The second goal's a brilliant goal. That happens all over the country every day of the week, right? Goals happen. First goal's completely avoidable. Third goal's embarrassing. I don't think we deserved the second goal. First half, if we score 2 or 3, it's not really a surprise. We get into good areas. But yeah, first half, professional, rigid, good performance at 2-0 down to go 2-1, very professional. Second half, all over the shop. Disappointing, and Slough deservedly won the game.
Yeah, it had sort of shades of the Farnborough game, although not massively sort of creating huge chances, but it always felt like that goal at 2-1, whoever got that goal in the second half was eventually going to run out winners, weren't they? And obviously that went the way of Slough, really.
Yeah, I just think we didn't look like equalising though, at all. Having said that, Alfie had a great chance. He should have smashed. Theo should have shot with his left foot and went through. That was the story of the game. Like, it was about both boxes. Like, we had good chances first half, good chances second half, where we should have took early shots. They stood off us, gave us which we thought they would, but we were poor in front of goal. And look, we've got to be honest about that. Is where you miss your Charlie Carters, boys that are just full of quality. Your Jason Price, your target men, your organisers, the boys that this is why they're at Dorking Wanderers. These boys, your boys that know how we play, your Niall McManuses and all these lads. So, yeah, I thought we showed a lot of weaknesses based on, I'm not going to pick on individuals, but just based on how that team is so much of it is, you know, playing out of position or brand new, etc.
Yeah.
But like I said, for disappointed as I am with us, in particular the second half, of being so out of shape. Listen, Slough, in the first 20, 25 minutes of the second half, you know, could have scored 2-3 goals.
Yeah.
We were piss poor. And I couldn't. It was hard to organise it from here. They didn't organise themselves at the back. I don't know what they were doing. The rigidness went, the playing out went, and yeah, we were really disappointed in second half. Off the back of second half at Chelmsford, arguably our best second half of the season, and the second half today was not dissimilar from Maidstone a week ago. So not ideal.
Obviously on Saturday, Charlie was playing and he was obviously encouraged. He almost had that kind of free role between both Alfie and Theo. Was one of the midfielders given that similar sort of role tonight, or was there a bit more rigid sort of shape to be in there? Because at times it was never kind of identifiable who was really being encouraged to get on to support them.
Yeah, it was Theo's job off the ball to pick up and on the ball to join in and support. And he got into some good areas, but, you know, didn't get enough shots off and not enough quality. But it was weird, like, we got disjointed. Slough just pressed us high and we weren't organised. First half, they pressed us high, but we was organised and we played around the edges and we were very dangerous. But yeah, I just thought that the second half and the first half were chalk and cheese. First half, professional. The disappointment of going 2 early goals down, came back into the game, done everything really we should do. Wouldn't have been unfair to go in 2-2 at all. Yeah. We had sort of the play. We had all the last third actions. But second half was polar opposite, and we got disjointed, and we didn't organise it on the pitch, and we didn't have neither the changes or the boys on the pitch that we wanted. But Slough deserved to win the game, 100%, and we'll have to put that one behind us. That's where we are. We knew that Chelmsford and Slough, with the sort of faculties we've got in the squad, we knew that they would be 2 really difficult games. 4 points out of 6, we would have took somebody's arm off. So are we going to cry about 3 points out of 6? Probably not. That is the bottom line. We have to look at it realistically. Thanks to our travelling supporters. They weren't that loud tonight, probably because they knew we was playing poorly, which I fully accept. But I really appreciate them coming all this way and putting some money in Slough's back pocket. You know, all these clubs in this division need it. So that's where we are. We've got to write that one off, James. 3 points out of 6, 2 difficult games, and a really difficult, challenging time with players on the turf.
Yeah. Obviously, Saturday, FA Trophy, Eastbourne, and then, like you said earlier, no game during that week until on the 23rd when we've got Enfield. What are you thinking ahead of Saturday? Opportunity to give those that were sort of on the bench tonight and a few more minutes to some of those on the kind of fringes. There are those players that are on the fringes, or what are your kind of thoughts going into that?
Yeah.
Getting your boots on?
Yes, I'm thinking about the old comeback.
Player manager.
No, I think, look, we all want to have a really good run in the FA Trophy.
Yeah.
So, and the club needs the money. I think both us and Eastbourne will be looking at it thinking, okay, what you wouldn't want to do is obviously risk anybody.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a really strong side. We're going to, field a team to win the game and hope we're in the hat, because the FA Trophy, you're probably only about 4 or 5 wins from Wembley and having the most unbelievable time ever. So I think we'll be, we'll go as full strength as we can.
Okay.
I think we will definitely try to integrate some of them new lads. They need to understand the patterns and what we do more. Yeah. But we won't rush. Probably the likes of Jason and Niall, they're the ones we won't rush. But we hope to get Charlie back. They've now taken the baby home.
Oh, wow.
And they're tube feeding at home.
Oh, wow.
Yep. God bless them. And, obviously, and they're delighted about that because they've been in hospital for, I think it'll be 4 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah.
And obviously we've all been really close to it, and I know they won't mind me saying, because otherwise everyone asked them, and you know, obviously with Charlie's listening, loads of supporters and Slough fans were asking about it, but you know, baby's now at home. She doesn't, you know, she's very non-responsive, and obviously all our thoughts and prayers are with Charlie whilst they go through that process. We should see Charlie back on Saturday, I'm sure. I think I said we need to hang in there. And we've played a few more games, but we are hanging in there. And there's a long, long way to go. No one likes getting beaten. It's horrible, isn't it? You go home thinking, well, if you get beat, you're not as good as the others. And that is the pure fact of life. But tonight we weren't as good as the opposition. They found a way to beat us. And we didn't deserve, I didn't think. I honestly don't think. On the first half performance, we deserved something out of the game. On the second half, we did not deserve anything out of it. So I urge the fans to keep behind the lads. You know, we look to get these boys back on the pitch and build this new look sort of Wanderers team that we're looking to build. That's the bottom line.
Okay, thanks, Mark. On that then, with that positive news about Charlie and his baby, obviously we continue to wish them all the best, and it kind of puts everything into context, doesn't it? And we will catch up with you Saturday before the Eastbourne game, which is obviously season tickets you still have to pay to get in. So buy tickets and come down and support everyone on Saturday.
It could be the road to Wembley. I mean, even though the baby's gone home, it's still she's extremely poorly and doesn't wake up basically. Bless her. So you know, it's just the protocol in whilst they're awaiting these key results and stuff like that. But we appreciate, and I know Charlie and his family does, all the support. And you know what? Honestly, it didn't even cross our mind coming here about Charlie not being here, as it didn't for the other 6-7 games. We are where we are. Do you know what I mean? We're just going to rebuild. We're going to get through this tough time. Support Charlie, support everybody, and then just, you know, get back to, you know, a more rigid, familiar Wanderers.
Okay, thanks for that, Mark. As always, have a good few days, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, James.